Okay, so you want to base your conditional formatting icon sets on adjacent sales. I've got two scenarios. Here I want to compare 2 months worth of sales. I need arrows pointing up, down or horizontal to show growth or decline in sales. Here I've got a slightly different scenario. The target for the sales is in this cell, 2,500. And I'm going to stop stocking the products if they fall below 80% of this target. So I need to show a tick, an exclamation mark, and a cross. So let's start with this one. So the conditional formatting icon sets need a value to base the conditional formatting on. So we need a value in the adjacent column. And in this case, it's really quite easy. All we need to do is a simple subtraction of these two columns. And positive values need an up arrow, negative values need a down arrow, and where there's no change in sales, we want a horizontal arrow. So with those cells selected, I go to conditional formatting, icon sets, and then down to more rules. So I want the arrow icon style, and I want to show icon only. I don't want to show the result of the subtraction in this column. And then we need to play around with these thresholds here. The first thing I would do is change the type to number. Then I want a green arrow when the value is 1 or above, so that's greater than 0. I want a yellow arrow when there is no change, so when it's equal to 0. There is no equal to 0 option here, but anything that was greater than 0 has already been captured because these rules are applied in the order they're listed here. So basically anything that's equal to 0 will now get a yellow horizontal arrow, and then automatically anything less than 0 gets a red arrow. So let's move on to the next example. For this one we're going to need to write a little if statement. And my first test is the unit sold here greater than or equal to the target that I've got in M1? And I need to lock that reference. If true, I'm going to return a 3. It could be any number, but I'm going to return either 3, 2, or 1. So 3 if the target has been met, comma, then I'm going to create a nested if. Logical test would be, is this value greater than or equal to 80% of this value? So M1 times M2. If true, I want to return a 2. Otherwise, I want to return a 1. So I need 2 closed brackets at the end and press enter. And now if I copy this down, you'll see I get a 3 if the target has been met. I get a 2 if it's at least 80% of the target, and 1 if it falls below that 80% of the target. So I select those cells, conditional formatting, icon sets, more rules. I want this icon set here, change the type to number. So for the green tick, I want that when the value is greater than or equal to 3. I want the yellow exclamation mark icon if the value is greater than or equal to 2. And then if it's less than that, I want the red cross to be applied. So if I click on OK, you can see that it's done exactly that. Now, I deliberately didn't hide the number, so you could see that the numbers did correspond to the icons. But to get rid of those numbers, select the cells, manage rules, select the rule, edit the rule, and there I have the option to show icon only. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover in this particular video. Hopefully that's useful. If it is, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.